In sports, every roster move is an investment decision. Every player is a portfolio of risk, return, and potential. Analytics didn't just change how we play, it changed how we pay. Today, we're looking at the economics of sports performance, how teams turn data into dollars, and why the best investments in sports don't always come with the biggest price tags. The idea started with a budget problem. The Oakland A's couldn't afford the Yankees' payroll, so they bought something else: efficiency. Billy Beane and Paul DePodesta used data to find undervalued players who produced more wins per dollar than stars. They changed baseball forever and planted the seed for modern sports economics. The lesson? It's not how much you spend, it's how well you spend it. To value a player, we first need a common currency: wins. In baseball, that's WAR, wins above replacement. It estimates how many more wins a player adds compared to an average bench player. WAR became the bridge between performance and value, a way to say, one win costs X million dollars. That metric let front offices turn performance into economics. Once teams knew the cost of a win, they could identify salary efficiency. How much value you get per dollar spent? Elite players may produce 6 plus WAR, worth $45 million, but get paid $30 million? Role players might deliver 2 WAR for $5 million. Huge surplus value. Analytics reframe stars and role players not as categories, but as investments with return on performance. Performance follows a power law. A few players create massive value, while most contribute modestly. Analytics helps flatten that curve, finding undervalued mid-tier talent that delivers high ROI. That's why the smartest front offices don't chase names, they chase ratios. But performance value isn't just wins. Teams now consider brand value, merchandise sales, social media reach, durability, games played, injury probability, chemistry, leadership, and team cohesion. Analytics models these too, weighting each factor to estimate total player ROI, both on-field and off. Modern valuation blends Moneyball metrics with behavioral economics. Predictive models now forecast not just past performance, but future contribution. Regression models project player decline curves. Injury risk algorithms flag potential red flags before signing. AI tools simulate lineup performance over full seasons. Teams can test a $60 million contract before it ever hits the payroll. In capped leagues like the NFL or NBA, data turns into constraint optimization. Each team must maximize wins subject to salary limits, like solving an equation. Maximize W subject to budget less than or equal to cap. That's why analytics departments now include economists, not just data scientists. The riskiest and most expensive asset in sports isn't proven talent. It's potential. Teams pay premiums for youth, projectability, and upside, knowing the data's confidence intervals are widest there. This is the frontier of sports economics, of pricing uncertainty itself. In episode 8, we'll go off the field again into the business of fandom. We'll explore how sports analytics shapes ticket pricing, fan segmentation, and engagement team, where emotion meets economics. Because the numbers don't stop with the players, they extend all the way to the stands.